When your husband gives you that call and said, babe, I'm heading home, and you're like, ah! You start running because you're like, oh my God, what am I gonna cook? What am I gonna cook? If you're that person and you don't wanna stick all day 24/7 in the kitchen, you wanna make something easy but delicious. Today, stay tuned because all the way to the end of the video, because I'm gonna show you step by step how to make a delicious and super easy Milanesa dinner. Honey, se va a enamorar tu esposo de ti de nuevo, chica. So stay tuned and let's go and make this food. So first, you're gonna wash your potatoes. I'm gonna be using 4 of them. You could use any kind of potato. And we are going to take out the skin. Okie dokie. And let's do this the magic way. Voila! And now we have the potatoes. They're done. They have to be pretty big, okay? And then using 3 tomatoes, and we're gonna do the magic. Our tomatoes are done. They have to be in like a bigger pieces. Then we are going to need 2 jalapenos, okay? If you don't like that little spicy, do not add the jalapenos, okay? You could add any chiles, but I'm using this one. Make sure to wash your jalapenos, and we are going to remove the seeds as well, okay? And let's do the magic. Voila! If you like that extra spicy, leave the seeds. If you don't like, you just want that little spicy a little bit, remove the seeds, okay? Because there are some of the jalapenos are spicy. If you don't like spicy, remove them. So now you're gonna need some nopales, cactus, and we're not gonna use all of them. We're just gonna use, you know, I bought them already like this. You could buy them the dry ones and then cut them yourself. But like we say, we want easy and fast, but of course you gotta wash them. So I'm just gonna use a small amount. Okay, andan todos babosos. Okay, not too much. The rest I will use it for my licuados. So that amount, and let's wash them. Now it's time to cut the meat. I'm not gonna use all of it. I'm just gonna use one because it's pretty big and it's only for my husband and I. And the rest, we're gonna save it in Ziplocs and put it in the refrigerator. So we're gonna cut just one. So let's do the magic. Now you're gonna turn on the stove and put it in medium, and then we're gonna add a cup of water, okay, 2 of them. We are going to add the meat, going to add the potatoes. We are going to add some garlic. I like to add a lot of them. I never measure how much, so I le tanteo. And then we are going to add powder and onions. We're gonna add onions and powder. Okay, same. We are going to add some oregano, not a lot, just to give it a little good flavor. We are going to add cominos, and I do like to put quite some cominos on it because it gives it a good flavor. And this is the one I'm using. Now we're gonna add some norcisa. And if you don't know how much do I put, you could be tasting it and be adding as you go. And then as well, I'm gonna use the norcisa of the tomato. Okay, that's it. I don't like to add no salt on this because it already has different seasonings. Now we're going to cover this for 15 minutes and then let it boil. How do you know when your potatoes are ready? And you do the second step, you put a fork in, and if it goes through, that means through the potato, that means it's ready for the second step. So now we are going to add the nopales. Okay, and we are going to add the tomato and the jalapeno, and you just cover it. We are going to cover it for 15 minutes more, and then it will be ready, and I'll show you guys how I serve it my style way. And this is the results with a white rice and also homemade tortillas. And we're just gonna add the lemon here. And buen appetit.